first one today. Before you leave, we've done the first one.
So you know how to do it.
Yeah, and then you've no excuses for not doing it next week. But also the presence thing, being more present. So I can actually see now how I control a lot more than I thought. I saw it more of a hands-off when I first brought it
I
in.
think that's what I've learned too.
Yeah.
Your presence is really necessary in there, constantly advising, supporting, and just being seen to be there, so it's important.
That first session would be a really good way to kind of set up some expectations.
Exactly.
This is how it's going to run. It's not going to be really onerous, but these are the kind of responses I think that we should be aiming towards. This is, operationally.
So you can be able to say, this is a good answer.
I actually wonder, could we actually use this forum as like this?
Oh.
And go, okay, what do you think of Maurice's comment here? Is that useful?
No, I think we'll take our name.
No.
Are those team roles from an academic model, or did you make them up? I'm just wondering if you could show the students that there are these types of people who participate in forums and build it around that. So which one would you want?
They might put up their hand and go,
They might do it, but
You can do role play. Be a little careful how you do it. For goodness sake, choose a throwaway type subject that people aren't going to have strong views about.
Yeah, that's
Because if you give them a role, it doesn't sit well with how they feel about it, it will fall apart. So that sort of thing. That's why I chose that today. It's just a bit of fun. It's a throwaway.
You can even do it, so rather than have like a setup, you just do the first forum in a controlled environment. This is the topic we're going to talk about. And this is going to be leading into what we're going to be doing in the lecture tomorrow. We're going to go collectively as a group and contribute to this forum. Would you hand-holding them through the first one?
about roles into the lecture afterwards, not give them a role play. Just say, right, let's all try and put some comments up, and then maybe introduce the roles tomorrow or at the end of the session, and then try and see where people thought they might fit. Would that reinforce the learning?
Role playing better if you just kick it out like I did.
Right,
But you need to be careful that you don't give the class clown to the
It's a bit of free license, isn't it?
Well, we don't know.
The little tiny Asian lady.
I probably wouldn't go with the role. What I would do instead is I would run it. I would just run the induction, like we run an induction for this. But right at the beginning, I would say, okay, we're going to start with this. Okay, we're not going to do it yet. What do you think is appropriate response? So you get your sticky there. So that's what you need to build it up, and that's okay. So now we know the basic rules. Let's go. Here's your first post. Here's your first response. Respond to it.
Can I ask something with regard to credit, like rewards or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Could you set up a system where, okay, so say you have 10% of your course marks pre-allocated in the course outline, of course, to forums, and you say, okay, you can post 10 times of whatever, say, it's just, 10 times any other way, but if you do a academically brilliant post, you'll get you 2%. So if you would have to do 10 crap posts or 5 good posts. Would that work as an incentive, do you think?
I would say crap.
You have to be very careful.
Really?
You have to be very careful to give them that marking guide and define
That's right.
what was an excellent post.
Well, if they, if for example, if they draw attention to some literature that, that
They
raises
quote
that,
something,
or we
pull
discuss
on-
it, that's right, they pull in something from somewhere else.
To use logic would be nice.
Yeah, that's right. Or demonstrate evidence of thinking, something like this. Would that be a model, do you think, that would encourage academic boosting?
Anything that you get the opportunity to give an exemplar or to push them towards what you want.
Well, that's all right, because I've got examples of all types from this year that I might actually.
You could do like quick posting of what it looks like to draw in research, for example, or here's what insight looks like. Like you haven't mentioned something that I just mentioned, you're just regurgitating it.
Yeah, that's right.
Or here's what a complex thought looks like versus simple.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this is exactly right. You need to actually show them what we mean when we say we want to raise the octave.
Because you know how it is. I'm sure you're all an expert at something in your own right. And do you know what? But you know that feeling of when you're trying to teach somebody something and you think, for Christ's sake, why can't they see it?
Yeah.
You go to the point where it's almost impossible for you to imagine that person can't understand what you're talking about or can't visualise it or whatever. But you've got to remember that your students actually are in that place, and it's quite hard for us to step back and reach them. So anything that you know what you mean by insight. For goodness sake, why haven't they come across that before?
Yeah, I mean, critical thinking is something you expect to be taught.
I know. I'm really bad at apparently at using words like obfuscate and encapsulate. So my language is a level above, and I have to keep trying to pull myself back in new student
We
language.
appreciate that.
Is it likely this will be the first exposure to academic forum posting?
Yes.
Because everyone probably Facebook, and it's just like
Exactly.
line,
And that's
text
so
language and all that sort
what
of thing.
you
And
don't want.
Yeah,
that's right,
Yeah,
so-
that over, yeah. Maurice made that point on a forum we were posting on this morning about the social media genre starting to become the accepted one. I'm sure you get students using text writing in their essays and.
That's the first email to me, I'll tell you that.
Because it's quite nice to capture that spontaneity on the one hand, but
Well, that's right.
insightful
Like, you don't wanna
spontaneity would be
shut
great.
that down.
You don't want to shut that
No,
down.
no, spontaneity is different than the actual forethinking.
So now we're moving into the whole realm of writing to learn, with the writing around the subject becomes one with the subject and becomes an accepted language. But that's another ballgame. Anything else you'd like to talk about just before we finish, Maurice?
There were a couple of things I was going to come to. One on the thing you were just talking about. One of the things about asynchronous communication is that people do have reflection time. So, I mean, we were operating this more like a chat today, and I don't think in real time what went on here probably would go on in a forum, because the energy that was in the room here between us physically transferred into the online thing, and I don't think realistically that would have happened. So there's much more reflective space for the teacher to intervene in. So that, I mean, you were looking for that space today, but it wasn't there because of that bang, 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 real-time stuff. We were being real-time chat today, rather, and it was much more like a chat than a forum today. So that's something to think back on and how you might handle this differently. The other thing that I would harp on about again, that I'm sure I've said to you, is about getting photographs up in here. So I'm just going to go up and show this in my video as well, because I think it's a really good discussion. So you can see with my post up there, it's got my face on it. It's a lot harder to be abusive when you've got your face up there than it is, if you're just either a blank or a smiley face or something. And that's part of modelling the behaviour as well, is that for goodness sake, get your face up on your own profile so that students know what you expect how them to behave as well.
And in fact, one of the things you might do if you're having an orientation session is get them to upgrade their profile in class, right in front of you, and here, and be helpful.
Yeah. Can they upload their own photograph?
Yes, they can upload their photograph. The same way as you upload your photograph to it. But if you've got them in class doing it, you can censor those photographs because you want the actual person, as Maurice says, a funny bird or.
A lot of Darth Vaders out there in profile pictures.
Yeah.
Our pictures from those students, don't we?
We're meant to.
Yeah, on their ID cards.
ID photos.
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Okay, you got a week to upload a picture, that has to be your face and everything on it. Otherwise, I'm using the one that we took from
That's a good idea.
Good call.
Very cool. Good idea.
That's what they used to do, in our staff board, way back for postgrad
Yours
students.
is from about 1960.
Yeah, that's right. And if you don't supply a photograph, you'll get a photograph of a tree or something, or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it was about 1960. Can't believe how young I am.
Quentin, he's got a really good one.
I'm afraid I have to run.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
most of us have to run.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It
Thank
was
you.
really
Good.
fun. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Maurice,